Um, let's go ahead and knock this one out. Slavery was a choice. Like when he said that, um, man, I gotta tell you, that had to have really hurt if you are among the demographic of African Americans who are over the age of 16 and read at a level of grade 4. Had to have really offended you. Now, am I saying that was like, dude, that was the coolest shit Kanye West ever said? Fuck no. To this day, I still think like, Buddy is out of there. Well, Buddy, you just talking, but crazy. Oh, we really gotta talk about how loosely we're throwing this word around, especially when we're talking about a black person. The comment itself, slavery was a choice. Um, it's one of those comments that if you're not prepared to have a conversation about slavery and the actual history of slavery, um, it's gonna really it's gonna really hurt to hear some shit like that. It's gonna hurt your feelings. Um, I'm gonna be honest, it hurt my feelings when I first heard that shit, but I had to back up for a second. Cause I know I'm an intelligent person. And I know Kanye West is someone who, if if you're not careful, he's gonna get in your head and he's gonna make you talk about him. That's one thing I knew. So I sat with the comment for a while. And for a while I didn't listen to any of his music. I wasn't having that shit. How the fuck could you say that and all these fucking, you know, police are fucking brutalizing us and all this fucking horse shit that's going on in America. How the fuck could you say that? That was some bullshit you said. That was some bullshit he said. But crazy. I've heard famous people say some wild shit. Do some wild shit. I've seen famous people do some wild shit. Um but back to my point. If you are a black person, and I want to make sure I round up the whole group of people who are still pissed off about this shit to this day. Um, if you're not willing to have a conversation about how long we were enslaved as a people, if you're not willing to have a conversation about how long it took us to take our freedom, be it violently, if you're not willing to have a conversation about that, that's probably a comment that is going to, it's going to severely trigger your emotions. And it's going to completely cancel out, you know, that organ up here. It's going to completely cancel it out. And you're going to make emotional tweets about how stupid Kanye is, and he's not the one tweeting about you. You're tweeting about him. You're making these. Man, I gotta love people who have the slideshows, and they got this whole Kanye West video dissecting him and why he's actually not smarter than them. But you're literally playing into his hand again. That conversation, And we're not going to pretend like my guy is not somebody who is not a salesman. We're not going to pretend like that's not a thing. Like, he's going to sell some shit. That one thing Kanye West is going to do, he's going to sell some shit. Now, however he has to sell whatever it is he's selling, if it has to be snatching the mic, if it has to be staging a manic episode in front of America, if it has to be crying about a boy, and I'm not even saying that wasn't like totally heartfelt, but Kanye, we know how you do, okay? And the reason he's been able to continue be Kanye West and we continue to care is because he teeters on a line of not fully cancelable. Is that a word? Probably not. We can't fully cancel Kanye West because whenever he gets out there, he's always, you know, he's nearly just over the edge, right? But just far back enough that we can't fully cancel him. So a comment like slavery was a choice. He didn't say black people chose to be slaves. He said slavery, meaning the present, at the time, the present tense of being enslaved, slavery itself, continuing to be. And I'm sorry, I'm having to think for a lot of people who are still mad about this comment. He was saying to continue being enslaved was a choice. That was the comment. But if you're not someone who has a true command of the English language, if you don't read, he probably lost you there, and he probably made you mad. And man, my heart is going out to you because I was mad about it too. But I had some time to think about it. What is he really saying? And is he playing a word game? Because Kanye West is not the only person in the limelight in a position of power that plays word games. He's not the only person that is using his platform to stir people up, right? That's one thing I know for sure. So I have to really, don't always be so quick to be triggered, right? I had to really look at what he was saying, right? I had to really look at what he was saying. So the people who are, Boosie, I don't know, what rapper didn't have something negative to say about Kanye after that comment? But if you think about it, it's all people who don't fucking read. It's all rappers, GED level intelligence, at best. Not even just rappers, black people. Most of them. There were some intelligent, I'm going to stop saying black because yuck. American Africans. There were some American Africans who were intelligent, but at the same time hurt and offended and triggered by Kanye's choice of words. But you, as a listener, it is your job to decipher words that are being spoken to you. It's your job to be on your toes and be sharp when someone's speaking. It's up to you to be the interpreter and to dissect what's being said. Because you ever had a conversation with somebody and they say something and you're like, why the fuck would you say that? And it's like, no, I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying it like, all right. Now, he didn't include that part. He didn't say, okay, slavery is a choice. But I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying it like this. He kind of just left it up in the air for you to get pissed off about. And that's another thing that he does. He doesn't care about stupid people. If you don't fucking read, he doesn't give a fuck about you. If you're not a smart person, if you're an American African who is not just using their brain, or if you're incapable of using your brain, all right? Listen, he's talking to you. So we're not gonna say that the comment was, at least what I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that the comment was evident of the crazy that everyone's talking about. I'm not gonna say it was bogus, sure, but who isn't bogus? That's a celebrity. Think about it. Especially at his level, he's an A-list celebrity. I know who among them isn't bogus or have not done some shit that was bogus. No, really, really. So he said slavery was a choice. He goes to visit Trump in the White House. He puts on a MAGA hat. He runs for president, and he cries. He does something emotional. He does some human shit in front of the public, and we're calling him crazy for that. We're saying he needs help because he cried about aborting his now living firstborn daughter. That's what we're trying to cancel him for. That's what we're trying to, you know, we're trying to call him crazy for saying that. We're trying to say he needs help for something like that. Like, what state is this country in for someone to call a man crazy because he's crying at the thought of potentially aborting, you know, a child who he has such deep, intense love for. I don't have kids, but those of you out there who have kids, you know, kids that you have attachment to and kids that you have raised, you know, how would you feel in his position? You know? Can I call you crazy for crying about something like that? No. That's something human. You know, you think about something you almost did and you're overwhelmed. Like, how could I even think like that? It's called evolution. It's called growing. You know, a lot of you should try that. A lot of you should try that. What else we got? Cried in front of people. He ran for president. He wore a bulletproof vest. He's crazy. In America, we're saying somebody's crazy for wearing a bulletproof fucking vest. You shitting me? How many mass shootings have there been in America the past, not even like, let's not even say the past 5 years. How many mass shootings have there been in the last 90 days? I'm gonna cancel him for putting on a bulletproof vest. Are you shitting me? Well, what else we got? I mean, really, that's pretty much everything up to date, right? He's talking about the media. He's talking about. I'm just going to use one word or two words to describe the people that he's talking about. He's talking about the game. He's talking about the Grammys. He's talking about the news. He's talking about the record labels. He's talking about the game and how the game is fucked, how it's ran by fucked individuals who literally bullshit artists. They fuck artists over. And then because I don't know, this is probably not common knowledge, but they're all connected. The same devices that are used to build people up in fame and fortune are the same devices that are used to tear them down. Make you